you want to win this blow tube that you can use every day to create color tubing, watch the video till the end and I'll show you how to do it. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Dustin from Revere Glass, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make color tubing really easily. This blow tube is super special to me. It's a collaboration between Taglia Tool and myself, and the blow tube in particular was a tool that I really wanted to bring to you guys so that you could use it at home. When I was in Italy, I was studying with Maestro Lucio Bubacco, and in his studio, he asked me to blow bubbles that were goblet tops on miniature blow tubes that were very similar to this. And I immediately thought, wow, this is an amazing way that us borosilicate artists can create color tubing really fast and efficiently on the bench. I'm really excited to share with you guys that finally there's a blow tube available that's high quality and it's available for purchase in the United States, which is amazing. If you'd like one of these tools, please go to my website, revereglass.com, or Taglia Tool website. Check out the link below to order a blow tube. Taglia Tool is a great company. They're absolutely wonderful to deal with, and their tools are some of the best quality in the industry. I really love the balance that's in the tools that you can use with the counterweights, and I also really love how they're all interchangeable so that if you need a longer handle for some things, you can switch it all out. It's a really great system, and I'm excited to share more about their entire tool line in the future. But for today, this blow tube is what we're going to talk about. It's amazing, and I'm going to show you how to make color tubing in 2 ways using the blow tube. All right, you guys, here we go. And this is the very first time I'm using the blow tube, and you can see that it's brand new. And what I'm doing is just heating up the very tip of the blow tube. And so I want it to be orange and hot so that the glass will stick, but not white hot so it starts to damage the metal. The first thing that I'm doing is putting a wrap around the end of the blow tube, and that's actually called a moil. Now, sometimes what I've been doing recently is doing a little tiny coil pot right at the beginning, and this way it allows me to trap a little bit of air and it allows the bubble to go in even easier. So you want to collect the glass and heat it up. You want to slowly push it in. As hot as the glass is the speed that you should push the glass in. Never push the glass in so it's folding or creating any bubbles. Your goal is to create an even and smooth melt-in all the way through as much as possible. Once you get to the end, you're going to have a little piece of glass that's left over. You can grab some tweezers and push that in slowly just like you were before, and then take off the little bit of the end so that you don't create any bubbles. You can put that piece aside later and use it for something else. Now we need to get a lot of heat into the core of this glass. The wonderful thing about the blow tube is that as it heats up, it stays rigid, so that we have a really nice base to work the glass from. That's much different than trying to do this on clear glass. I'm heating it up, marvering it, and getting that heat all the way into the core. Once I have it all the way into the core, I'm going to blow, turn down the torch, blow, and then expand this bubble. And you can see the air coming into it and expanding it. It's really helpful if this is nice and even, the heat. That way, when the air goes inside, it'll blow out really evenly. If it didn't go in the first time, just apply some more heat and blow. Each time you heat it up, try to get it hot all the way to the core. If you think that you have it hot enough, get it hotter. Now I'm putting in a little bit more air to blow it out and condense it. I'm using my torch to heat it up, condense it, and then bring it back. Next thing I'm going to do is transfer it off of the metal blow tube, blow a little hole, and now I'm going to attach a 12mm clear rod so that I can use this piece later in a sculpture or any sort of functional work. Now I'm going to heat this center hole up, get it ready to attach the blow tube, and here we go. Blow that out a little bit. This is a clear 12mm blow tube. I'm going to flare this open with the jacks just a little bit, attach it to the green glass, and now remove that from the blow tube. And you can see how that stays nice and rigid. It held the glass. There's no bubbles in the glass, there's no lines, and it's smooth all the way through. It's a really beautiful piece of color, and you can do a lot with it at this point. You can sleeve it, or you can use it just as it is, solid color. You have a lot of choices here. Now I'm going to heat it up one last time, make sure that it's all nice and even, and then I'll put that aside. I also wanted to show you guys how to break down a Slugger bar. It's been a question that I get asked a lot, and I'm going to do a nice score around the Slugger bar and then heat it up with a 7mm piece of glass. Once I put the glass on there, it's going to pop right off, and I'll be able to use that piece later in the kiln. So you can see that there's a crack, and I just knock it on the table and it comes right off. Now I have the Slugger bar in the kiln, and I've put it on the bench, and it's hot, so it sticks. And now I'm going to start heating it up and preparing this for the Blowtube. The reason I wanted to share with you the Slugger bars is because this Blowtube, in my opinion, is the best way to blow out color using a Slugger bar. Because the Blowtube, in my opinion, is the easiest and fastest way to blow out solid color using a Slugger bar. Now I'm removing any bubbles and scuzz that's on the end of the glass to make sure that when I blow it out, it's nice and even and beautiful. Removing any of the scuzz and bubbles that may be in there. And now I'm going to heat it up and get it into a nice shape to put onto the Blowtube. Using the Marver, I'm going to heat it up and bring it to a little bit of a point and just bring everything together and make sure that there's no excess glass, no bubbles, and no scuzz in there. Bring that together, and now I'm going to poke a little hole in there. And this is another Taglia tool. You can see how well it's made and the beautiful anodized aluminum. I'm pushing a little hole in the first part of the Slugger bar, and this is going to do the same thing that it did with the green glass by building a little bit of a coil pot. There's a small hole in there that's going to make it easier for me to get my air in there to blow it out. Instead of using color for the moil this time, I'm just using clear glass, heating up where the hole is and attaching it. Now I'm going to remove the 10mm clear putty that I originally picked up the glass with. Next thing I'm going to do is remove any bubbles and scuzz, anything from this side that I don't want there. You can see that there's a few bubbles there that I'm going to remove. I'll pull that all into the center and make sure that I'm ending up using only clean glass with no bubbles. Remove all of that. Grabbing my 7mm rod just to take out the last little bit, and I'll put that back in the flame. And now I'm going to heat it all up using the Inquala this time. The Inquala turns it easily for you, so you get a really good core heat in there. You can even use a paddle to flatten it out. Now it's nice and hot. I'm going to take it and just blow. The air is going to go right into the center, and you can see it start to expand. And as it gets bigger, the glass is going to be thinner and thinner, and then it's going to start to cool as we push the bubble in. You can see the very furthest part is a little bit warmer, and I'm continuing to blow to make sure that the wall is nice and even. Once that bubble's in there, then you can heat it up again and even out the wall and condense everything. I love this color. It's a beautiful transparent pink that has such a beautiful glow to it. It's a wonderful color to use for so many applications. You'll be able to see it really nicely. You'll be able to see it really nicely once it starts to cool. Now I'm heating up the whole thing, trying to make sure that all the walls are even. I'm going to blow it out, condense it back. There we go. Now I'm going to open up a small hole on the end so that I can do the transfer from the Blowtube to the clear 12mm tube. Pulling any little bits of glass off the end so I can thin it out and pop that hole right exactly where I want. I push a little bit and let the hole get super thin, but don't continue to blow. I'm opening it up with one blade of my jacks and then attaching the 12mm clear Blowtube. Once that's attached, I can start to remove it from the Taglia Tool Revere collaboration Blowtube and put that aside for the next one. One thing I wanted to point out to you guys is that if your glass cracks in its solid color, these little hairline cracks can be easily fixed by using a soft flame and melting everything in. because there's no clear glass, there's not going to be a scar. It's only colored glass touching colored glass. So if you happen to let it get a little bit too cool, don't worry, just go in and heat it all up. And that's one of the most beautiful things about this technique. You can see here are the two pieces, the green and the pink. Both came out great. I'm so excited to share this Blowtube with you guys. Please make sure that you're of course subscribed and you like the video, comment on the video and share the video. And I'd love to get one of these Blowtubes into your studio. Welcome back, you guys. Thank you so much for checking that out. I'm excited to have shared that with you. And let's talk about how to get one of these Blowtube and who the winner of that Armadillo is. You guys, it was so hard to choose a winning comment because so many of you left such beautiful and insightful things and shared so much about your journey with glass. But we ended up deciding to go with Dirty South 33T. Please use the chat on the website and we'll get you an Armadillo. Thank you again for that beautiful comment. Thank you guys, everyone else who left beautiful comments. It meant so much to me and it's the fuel that keeps making these videos for you guys. So thank you so much. If you want to win this Blowtube, I would love to ship one out to you. Make sure you like and subscribe, of course, to the channel and this video, comment on the video and share the video. I'd love to get this out to you guys. Thank you so much for all the beautiful comments. I'll see you next week with a new video.